No, 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 no. In my life, no drama, no drama.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to Check Care TV, where sharing is caring. Today we'll be sharing with you guys how we did these beautiful knotless box braids on my client, and we'll be sharing with you a lot of information, so make sure that you stay tuned and listen up. So first off, what is knotless box braids? So basically, knotless box braids are box braids without the knots, as you could see here, or sometimes I just like to call them feed-in box braids. So instead of the cornrows, it's box braids, and this is just a technique of how I do the regular box braids. So again, here are the knots on the regular box braids, and here is the knotless. As you guys can see, you're not seeing the big knot at the beginning. This looks like it's just coming from her scalp. Now, 3 things that you want to make sure you've acquired when you finish your knotless box braids is that it's lightweight, there's little tension, and there's a lot of versatility, which means that if you are accustomed to using 5 packs in your client's hair for normal box braids, then the knotless should be less. It should be less tension, because we know that regular box braids do pull or do feel a little bit tight after, and there should be a lot of movement when you're finished, which means that your client should be able to, put her hair up in a bun. She should be able to rock it anyway without pain as soon as she's finished braiding it. If you don't acquire that, then what you've done, boo, is not really, you're not really doing a knot. You're not really doing your clients justice in terms of getting the objectives for the knotless box braids. But that's enough prep talk for now, so let's just get straight into the tutorial. So as you guys should know by now, I always start off by pre-parting or pre-sectioning my client's hair so that I could observe her hair density, her thin and thick areas, and what it is I'm going to do. And from observation, I did realize that she has thin natural hair and thin edges. Now I did go ahead and start braiding just to speed up time, because she is my client and I don't want to be wasting a lot of time. But I'm showing you guys like how easy it was for me to put her hair up without her screaming or wiggling out the chair. You guys know, if this was regular box braids, some of you have been crying already. But thank God for knotless box braids. So as you can see, it is up and she's not feeling any pain at all. And let me just show you guys the length of what we're doing. And this is medium size to me. I mean, the plait itself may not be fat, but the patterns are made. Okay, so after doing the knotless for like the 8th time now, I was doing knotless all week. I did observe a bit. I'm not as good as I want to be as yet. They're not as flawless as I want them to be as yet. But I'm getting there. What I did observe is that when I get at thin sections, in order to not make it, look like it starts off extremely small and then goes fat, I start off with 3 pieces. Each of them are different sizes. I start off with the thickest piece, and then I have a smaller piece, and then an even smaller piece. So you guys will see how I add it in. Again, it's 3 pieces. I'm showing you guys the sizes. I start with the thickest section, and then I use the ones that are less after. And here you have it. So again, guys, this is what I do when I'm at the edge or the edges of my client's hair. I do a different technique than if I am in the center of her hair, which will have like a thicker density. So here I am, I just added my first piece, then I'm going on my second and my third. When I'm braiding down, I would feel to see if the hair needs a little more, just to like build it up. So you may see me add a 4th piece. I think I did. Yes, I did add a 4th piece. So when I do this at the edges, I find like it gives it a base, like the base, so that it won't be a case where the roots of her hair is extremely thin and then the plait itself is fat, but instead it will give it like a gradual build up instead of making this drastic change, if you guys understand where I'm coming from. And in my opinion, I think that the base helps with like the overall weight of the braid itself, so all the weight wouldn't be on her natural hair itself because of the base that I started out with. And when I'm coming down, I make sure I tell my client to hold the hair because you don't want to be pulling or tugging when you're braiding her edges or close to her hairline. And here is how it looks. So you see, almost the same size throughout. Now onto the middle section. This section is actually thicker than her edges, so right here I decided to use a different technique where I do start with 3 strands in the same descending size. However, instead of adding all 3 at the same time, I only add 2 first, and then I braid down a bit before I add the 3rd one. That way it won't be too fat at the top. And guys, don't mind how the braids are all twisted and not what's not. It's because I am constantly lifting them up and you know they're already stiff, so I'm constantly lifting them up to make sure that they're not tight and that nothing is pulling. So that's why they're like all over the place and bended all ways, because I've been playing with them throughout the entire style. So I lift each row and I ask my client, is anything pulling? Does it hurt and what's not? So that's why they're like all so twisty. But when the hot water goes in, they'll be flawless. Don't worry, you just gotta know how to smooth them out and make them look presentable. And we're on the last braid, guys, wrapping up. So what I'm gonna do next is, like always, I'm gonna hot water her hair. I'm gonna trim them up, then I'm gonna mousse her hair, make sure that everything is in line, everything is good. Make sure that the braids are not twisted at the root. I can use the hot water to alter that because her hair is short, it's not that long, so I could do that. Make sure you put a hot towel over her head, and yeah, just mousse it up, clean it up, and voila, we'll be finished. And I will be showing you guys 3 different ways that she styled her hair. So yeah, stay tuned. Oh, and yes guys, I also do a little temple massages for persons who have thin hairline or thin edges. I do sometimes include it for persons with thick edges, but I mostly do it for my clients with thin edges, you know, just to get that circulation running and get out any like little hairs that may be stuck into the big plaits so that I could edge them down. So now we're just adding some edge control. I did use the Got To Be Good edge control. Tie that down and we'll be done. And voila guys, so here we are, medium size knotless. I didn't do them small, so that's why they may look a bit spacey, but she loves it this way. So that's it. We use a total of 3 packs to achieve this length and this size. Now she's wearing it up, so this is style number 2 in a ponytail, and we're gonna put it in a bun, style number 3. And these are all done when she just finished her hair. So guys, that's the end of this video. I hope you guys learned something new. However, if I do come up with more techniques, then I will be sure to share. But for now, bye bye.
To like, share, and subscribe to Share TV.